Before we get to today's video, be sure to check out the sponsor of the channel, Dueling Guard, for all your TCG accessories. They specialize in awesome deck boxes, playmats, binders, and all the essentials a true duelist needs. Use my discount code SLIM at checkout to save yourself some money on your purchase. The link will be in the description and pinned comment. With all that being said, let's get to today's video.
What's going on, you guys? Slim here with a new video, and like I promised you guys, we're doing a tier list. And of course, we got to start with a hand trap tier list. These formats are literally always hand trap dominant. We can always do a board breaker one later. If you guys want to see that, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to smash that like button and be easy on me. This is one of my first tier lists in a while, so hopefully I do it justice. Before I do, I gotta give two huge shout outs. First and foremost to Luke Sacco and to Logan Johnson. They're both of their channels. The links to your channels will be in the description and in the pinned comment. I actually got this tier list from Sacco's video that he did with Logan. Be sure to check them out. Those are my boys. Definitely check them out. They both have their own channel. They're really uploading amazing competitive content from two really consistent players in the game. They both were in contention to go to Worlds, and you guys definitely know their name. You know their channel. I'm pretty sure you guys are subscribed, but for those of you that aren't, what are you doing? Be sure to subscribe to them. You definitely learn amazing things from them. Sacco has to have probably, in my personal opinion, one of the best combo tutorial videos for the meta decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now in the YouTube universe for Yu-Gi-Oh! So definitely shout out to both of them. Check them both out. We will get into it. So this is literally their list. You guys can see I got it from Sacco here. I was in their previous video where they had it in the description. So I decided, you know what, they have a good take on the meta. Let me go ahead and give my 2 cents on everything to see how close I get to their list as well. And you guys can definitely compare, you know, check out their video as well. But we'll get started. So the first one here is Lancia. And look, I'm gonna just be straight up honest. First off, I love the fact that they put a tier called Back in the Binder, because yo, that is exactly where this is going. I honestly don't know the last time I played Lancia. I want to say it was like for Tri Brigade. I want to say, yeah, I remember like playing it when Orcus was a deck, when Tri Brigade was a deck. I don't think I played it other than that. Yeah, this card, I don't know the last time this card saw play, so definitely can say that's definitely Back in the Binder, because I have no clue, you know, what you'd play this against, because I mean, what, I guess Ritual Beast, but no. I mean, yeah, it might. I mean, what would it stun the turn? Like, I don't even know. You guys can let me know, but yeah, I don't see this card ever being played, or not. I shouldn't say ever being played. Infernoids are on the horizon. Definitely keep an eye on that, but definitely something we're not playing right now. This just goes right into S tier. This is literally just always, and probably will forever be, one of the most consistent hand traps that everyone plays. It's just that good. It stops so many cards in the game. I just feel you have to play it. It's also a fire, which is crazy, which could be a, you know, it could be a reason not to play it, because, you know, you can just heat it back in combo. But yeah, you're going to play Ash in pretty much every deck. And you know it's good when decks that aren't main decking it, side deck it. So definitely Ash Blossom has to go into S tier. Now the Bystials. I'm going to move Magnamut over here first. I'm learning how to use this tier maker thing, so bear with me. This is literally insane. I honestly think this card is crazy. Like, Tenpai, obviously I have to play this. It's an engine piece. It literally gets your whole engine started. This card literally just being able to just be a better DD Crow with a body. Like, it literally is just that. That's what Bystials are. Magnamut is obviously the best one, followed by Druid Swarm. Druid Swarm I'm not going to put in S tier because it's not amazingly broken by itself. Its effect is pretty nifty, though. Being able to get a card off the board, like, I do like that. I just love the fact that they're a body and they're a DD Crow built in one. Magnamut is obviously broken, that's why it's at 1. I can honestly see all the Bystials getting limited, except in Master Duel. For some reason, they brought Druid Swarm back to 3, but whatever. This is for TCG, non-Master Duel, but yeah, Magnamut is absolutely insane. Just the interaction with just the Bystials alone. And I'm also going to I'll put Baldrake. Honestly, I want to put it in A tier just because it is another Bystial. It is another body. It is another big, you know, disruption. The problem is it's not as good as Druid Swarm, so for that reason, I have to put it in B tier. But definitely don't sleep on any of these cards. Bystials are some of the best cards I think that have ever come out, and they're definitely going to continue to be amazing. So definitely don't sleep on those. Epsilon. So this is the Spell Negator. I'm back and forth between B and C tier just because obviously you have to play the Brick, which is Driver. Gamma's at 1. We'll talk about Gamma next. Unfortunately, like, both of these, like, I tinker with both of them because this just sucks. Having just the copy just sucks. And literally just, like, you don't see people play it. You don't see people play it. I think it's so niche. Like, it sucks because it's such a good card. I think both of these I'm going to put in C tier only because they're niche interactions. They're niche cards you don't really see people play, but when they go off, they're absolutely insane. Just unfortunately, like, you don't see them played. Like, I think they're definitely good if you can pair them, you know, in the right format, but they're just inconsistent and not being played right now. So unfortunately, and it pains me because I love Gamma. I absolutely love Gamma. It's one of my favorite hand traps. The fact that, you know, it's been hit is the reason why we just literally have to have it in C tier. But I digress. We'll move on. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. Crow. I love DD Crow. Shout out to the homie DD Crow. But unfortunately, Bystials are just better. There's just no way around it. Bystials are better. You get a body, you get the banish. Yeah, it's got to be light or dark, but the majority of the best decks, you Bell, always play darks. You hit the darks in Snake Eye when they do their combos. Like, you have to, like, yeah, this pains me because I love DD Crow. Like, OGs know DD Crow is the homie. The homie DD Crow, like, this just hurts me. Like, I should have made an extra tier for I love you and you matter, and I'm sorry that I have to put you so low, so I made you your own tier. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't see Crow being super played right now. I think it's a great card, but I think Bystials have just proven to be better, and that's my main reason for that. Yeah, you can only use one Bystial per you know, per name, but you're probably just playing one of each name minus Saronir. But hell, you can put Saronir in here too. This card is absolutely broken. If you can play it, you play it. Nothing else to say. Shuts off the meta. This thing. So, honestly, with Domina's Impulse, it's just not doing anything. Or Dominus Purge, my bad. I'm thinking of the new one because the new one is absolutely insane. So, yeah. But for the first Dominus card, this card is just not seeing play. You have to play it in decks that aren't that great. That's what Sacco and Logo were saying, and I'm literally going to agree with them 1000%. I wouldn't say back in the binder because I don't think it's come out of the binder, to be honest. Like, I really don't. So I'll put it in C tier. It's just a card you're not really seeing right now. Maybe that'll change, but once the new one comes out in Rage of the Abyss, I mean, it's a wrap. Like, this card, I don't even know if it'll be played. DD Crow. I mean, DD Crow. Bigger DD Crow, basically. But Droll and Lockbird. So Droll and Lockbird is interesting because it is a card that is a lingering effect. It is a card that can, you know, have a high impact. It's usually when Droll is in the format is pretty crazy. However, I feel like right now, Droll is not in an amazing position. Like, yes, you can use it to slow down U-Bell and decks that want to search, but it has to be in a specific interaction. Like, it was only good against Snake Eye if they led with Bonfire. So I just don't really know. I feel like before I would side it in, I would side a Bystial in. So I'm going to put it behind Baldrake. It's still in B tier. It's not an A tier card at all, but it's definitely something that, I mean, you can consider siding it. It does give you additional coverage. And again, if it can slow down U-Bell and other decks in the format and rogue decks that search a lot, then it's fine. Yeah, if you have spot in your side deck, I would say put in your side deck. This one might shock people. I'm putting this bad boy in A tier along with Malt Chummy. I'm putting them both in A tier, and here's why. So, first and foremost, Malt Chummy is absolutely crazy, but this is a card you side deck for sure. The only deck that can effectively main deck this is Tempai, and it makes sense, obviously. But other than that, this is a card that you definitely side deck. We saw it in the majority of side decks that played it. The reason why I prefer Phantasme, though, and I've always loved Phantasme, is that this is pretty much always live against every deck. They're going to link at some point, and not only are you drawing cards and fixing your hand, you're getting a body on board, and I really like that. You're also preventing from targeting. That's actually crazy. Like, I don't think people understand how important that actually is, and we've definitely seen it at Worlds. Ruben main decked it and then side decked Charmies. Like, it's actually crazy. I know Worlds was a little bit of a different format, but look at it. U-Bell was the best deck, and Snake Eyes was right behind it. So, like, literally the fact that you can still Phantasme and still get far with it is amazing. I don't care what anyone says. I'm putting Phantasme in A tier. I can't bring myself to put it in B tier. I honestly think this is a card people should visit. I think it's definitely a card that should be on the radar for anyone that's looking for, you know, an a budget alternative to Malt Chummy. So remember that this is a budget alternative to Malt Chummy. So I think Phantasme is awesome. Puts a body on board, prevents targeting. It's like a win-win. I have not seen this card in a long time. That's just the facts. I have not seen it in a long time. Not a bad card at all. Just, I have not seen it in a long time. I don't think it's currently in the meta. If Labyrinth was a bigger deck, you would see it because you would see Ash and Bell to combat the trap cards, but you just don't see it right now. So I have to put it in C tier. It's just a card you're not currently seeing. I still like this card. This is like another Veiler. Not as versatile as Veiler, but it's still another option. That burn damage is interesting too. I noticed that they just add, you know, if you're gonna play 6 Veilers, this is like your this is your 4th, 5th, and 6th copy, so I have it there. I like this card. The burn damage is interesting too. Definitely Ogre. I'm gonna put in B tier as well. Ogre is always interesting because the fact that it doesn't negate turns people off, but the fact that it destroys the problem, gets it off the board is pretty crazy. I think that is really, like, people don't understand how insane that is, how broken it was against Tenpai hitting the field spell. Banless did that, put it to 1, but still being able to hit that field spell with this, being able to hit several cards with Ogre getting them off the board is crazy. It's not going to be as impactful because, you know, Appaloosa is out of the format now because it is banned, so you weren't able to do, like, little tricks like pairing Heron Traps and literally being able to Ogre away the problem, but I'll still put it here. I still think it's a card that should be visited. I don't see this card ever being played. I'm sorry. There was a time this card was crazy, but extra deck is too valuable unless you're playing some random off the wall decks. I have to put it back in the binder. Honestly, don't think this thing has left the binder in a long time either. So that's all I got to say on Winter Cherries. Unfortunately, this should have a tier of its own called Time Sucks. So we play this card so we don't die. You know, it can't be an S tier because it's not an S tier card. Can't be an A tier because it's not an A tier card. I guess B or C. I don't really have an initial place for it. If I could put it off to the side, I would and have its own tier. I think if I make it to my own tier list, I'm going to create some crazy tiers beyond, like, back in the binder, beyond like horrible tier. We're going to have special occasion because this is literally just a time card. Let's call it what it is. I'll put it in B tier just for the fact that you do see it as a time card. B or C. I'll leave it in B just because I'll be nice, but this is literally for time. We know what it is. There's no way around it. It does nothing else. It's for time. This is absolutely S tier. Plays around talents. Say no more. I also think this, I really want to put this in S tier, but I will keep it in A tier at the head of A tier. Nib is insane. Yes, you're not, like, you know, you're not, like, pairing it and having to pair it with Imperm anymore, so that makes it even crazier. Like, it is actually nuts. There's no Appaloosa to negate it. They have to get to a Omni negate before you can drop this. This card is nuts. Clears the board. You know, I think this card is crazy. I'm so close to putting it in S tier, but to be fair, I'll leave it in A tier for now. Nib is absolutely crazy. Expect Nib in your main deck if you're playing this format. Nib will be in your main deck or side deck for sure. This card is crazy. Phantasme drawing into Nib is absolutely ridiculous. That's why Phantasme is crazy. I'm just saying, like, it really is. Chummy in the Nibiru, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy, so we love it. I have no idea what this card is, but I heard from them it is literally a card that is based on field spells. The only field spell in the game currently right now is Nightmare Throne and Sangan Summoning, and I guess, what is it, the other, the Snake Eyes card. Problem is, it just doesn't do anything. I have not seen this card once. I don't even know its name. I'm just being straight up honest. So there's going to be a tier, like, thanks Logan and Sacco. Like, I'm literally make a tier instead of back in the binder. Did it ever leave the binder? Because I don't think this ever left the binder. It just hadn't seen play. I still think this is A tier. I still think Veiler is still insane. Multiple per turn is crazy. Small World Bridge. Shout out to Pack. I saw that in his video. Really good for a small world bridge if you're looking for consistency. The fact it's light, the fact it's a spellcaster, pretty crazy in that regard to small world. And then just literally Veiler, it just multiple Veilers per turn is crazy. Like, it really is. Like, I think it's still really good. Obviously, a lot of these cards play into talents outside of Imperm, but all the cards are gonna play into talents. So this card is just nuts though. Like, multiple per turn, being able to negate, you know, an initial summon is actually crazy. So I'm still a big fan of this. I'm still gonna place this in A tier. This saw play in one tournament, and the reason I know this is because me and Johnny recorded it when Squiddy and their boys topped the YCS, the 3v3. Literally, they played this. That was pretty cool, but we haven't seen it since then. So back in the binder it goes. I don't think it's left the binder. Yeah. All right, that's it, you guys. What do you guys think of my tier list? Am I on point? Am I completely full of myself? I probably am completely full of myself. Again, this is one of my first tier lists making it with you guys. But again, shout out to SlimYGO and Logan. Definitely check out their channels. Again, in the description and in the pinned comment. Be sure to check out the sponsor Dueling Guard. You guys will see the code there. Use my code SLIM. It'll give you a discount. You guys will saw the little infomercial before. They're the new sponsor of the channel, so definitely check them out. They're awesome, and they have absolutely amazing deck boxes as well as other TCG accessories, so definitely check them out. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Let me know how you would change this tier list and what would you add to it. And we're definitely going to be making more of these in the future. And we're going to add our own unique spin because I definitely have placements that I don't fully agree with. This can be in its own tier. Some of these cards can definitely be in their own tier that exists beyond these. So we'll definitely provide more of that in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button if you did. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.